These 10 TV shows had a bad second season, then suddenly got awesome. Though it's possible to come back from a failed season of television, some TV shows get even better in the wake of a bad second season. There's a theory that the best season of a TV show is season 3, and for many of these series, this had to be the case after the performance of season 2. It's no secret that season 2 can be the most challenging installment of a show, as this is when a series must push itself and do something unexpected while still appealing to its audience base. When shows like The Walking Dead flag, they often have the opportunity to redeem themselves thanks to their strong premise. Other series aren't so lucky and are put on the chopping block after one false move. Luckily, viewers, critics, and executives saw something special in these shows and were proved right by how well they bounced back from failure. This helped cement the longevity of these series and encourage new audiences to tune in and get wrapped up in the exciting stories. Starring the iconic Patrick Stewart as Captain Jean-Luc Picard, Star Trek: The Next Generation is one of the most successful spin-offs following the cultural impact of Star Trek, the original series. Set after the events of TOS, TNG explored new territory and pushed the boundaries of what the Star Trek franchise could be. TNG Season 2 was important for the overall development of the show, but compared to the strength of the later installments, there's no comparison. The difference between Seasons 2 and 3 is stark, as Season 3 transformed the series into a character-driven thrill ride. Many Star Trek TNG episodes are better than you think, especially in the later seasons when the series hit its stride. However, the difference between Seasons 2 and 3 is stark, as Season 3 transformed the series into a character-driven thrill ride. This paved the way for the two best seasons, 4 and 5, which cemented the legacy of Star Trek: The Next Generation and opened the door for further spin-off movies and the long-awaited Star Trek: Picard in 2020. Though The Walking Dead had plenty of ups and downs throughout the series' 11-season run, it's incredible that the show came so far after the lackluster second season. The long-term success of The Walking Dead franchise is impossible to ignore, as its many spin-offs have easily found strong audience bases. However, all of this notoriety and popularity wouldn't have been possible if The Walking Dead didn't come back from the slower pace of Season 2. While a shift in pacing and tone can sometimes be the refresh that a series needs, this wasn't the case for The Walking Dead Season 2. It's easy to get frustrated watching the season and waiting for the action to pick up and for the characters to make any forward movement. Fortunately, The Walking Dead course corrected with Season 3, introducing Michonne Denai Guerrera, who would become a vital character in the series. It's a painful truth for TV lovers. Sometimes a show stumbles after a strong debut. The dreaded sophomore slump can hit hard, awkward plotting, misjudged character arcs, or just losing the spark that made Season 1 special. But then, in an act of creative resurrection, some shows manage to bounce back spectacularly in later seasons, regaining fan love and critical acclaim. Here are 10 TV shows that survived a bad second season, only to get awesome again. 1. Arrow: The Slump. Season 1 introduced a gritty green Arrow, setting a strong tone. But Season 2 tried juggling too many villains and suffered from melodramatic flashbacks and uneven pacing. The turnaround, by Season 3, Arrow leaned fully into comic book grandeur, introducing Ra's al Ghul, deeper lore, and stronger emotional stakes. The action choreography sharpened, and the writing found its rhythm. Arrow went from shaky to genre-defining, launching the entire Arrowverse. 2. Westworld: The Slump. After a mind-bending Season 1, Season 2 of Westworld got bogged down in time jumps, convoluted plots, and philosophical overreach. Even devoted fans needed flowcharts to track the storyline. The turnaround: Season 3 simplified the setting by moving outside the park. With Aaron Paul joining the cast and a more focused plot on AI and society, Westworld felt like a sleek cyberpunk thriller. It wasn't the same show, but it was exciting again. 3. The Office US: The Slump. Season 2 isn't bad per se, but it struggled to find its identity. It tried too hard to mirror the UK version's bleak tone, making Michael Scott feel more like a villain than a lovable goof. The turnaround: by Season 3, the writers embraced the warmth and absurdity that defined the show. Characters like Jim, Pam, and Dwight evolved into sitcom legends. The Gay Witch Hunt opener alone signaled a tonal shift, and the comedy hit its sweet spot. 4. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. The Slump, Marvel's first major TV venture, launched with great promise. But Season 2 stalled. Characters meandered, the Inhuman subplot felt forced, and the pacing was glacial. The turnaround then came Season 3, and it flew. High-stakes storytelling, actual consequences, and a tighter focus on character arcs made it must-watch TV. By Season 4's Ghost Rider arc, JLD had reinvented itself as a darker, cooler, genre-mixing powerhouse. 5. Parks and Recreation. The Slump. Season 2 tried to figure out what to do with Leslie Knope. The tone was inconsistent, characters felt undercooked, and the laughs were scattershot. The turnaround. Season 3 came in like a juggernaut. The writing got sharper, Ron Swanson became iconic, and new additions like Ben and Chris brought fresh energy. Parks and Rec became one of the most beloved comedies of the 2010s. 6. Buffy the Vampire Slayer. The Slump. While Season 1 was a cult success, Season 2 stumbled early on with awkward monster of the week plots and inconsistent tone. The turnaround. Halfway through Season 2, everything changed. The Angelus storyline kicked in, turning the romantic lead into the big bad. The emotional stakes soared, the writing matured, and Buffy cemented itself as a genre-redefining classic. 7. Friday Night Lights. The Slump. Season 2 is infamous for a plotline involving murder. Yes, murder in a small-town football drama. Fans were confused, critics rolled their eyes, and the magic seemed lost. The turnaround. Season 3 quietly returned to what the show did best: heartfelt character work, sports drama, and realistic storytelling. The show slowly rebuilt its credibility and ended as one of the best-written dramas of its era. 8. Teen Titans. The Slump. The second season shifted focus heavily to Tara, a new character, and sidelined core fan-favorite dynamics. The tone wobbled between too goofy and too grim. The turnaround. Season 3 brought back balance, refocused on team chemistry, and leaned into deeper character development, especially with Cyborg and Starfire. The animation became more cinematic, and fans were back on board. 9. Dexter. The Slump. Season 2 of Dexter was messy. The Bay Harbor Butcher storyline had potential, but was marred by poor pacing and a painfully frustrating love interest in Layla. The turnaround. Season 3 introduced Miguel Prado, played brilliantly by Jimmy Smits, and gave Dexter a fresh moral dilemma. While not perfect, the tighter writing and thematic depth helped the show recover before its later controversial seasons. 10. Supernatural. The Slump. Season 2 tried to expand the world and mythology too fast, introducing too many new characters and plot threads that didn't pay off. The turnaround. Season 3 tightened its focus, especially around Dean's deal with the Crossroads Demon. By Season 4 and 5, Supernatural hit its stride, introducing angels, deep lore, and an epic battle between heaven and hell, making it one of the most enduring fan-favorite shows of the 2000s. Why do second seasons often flop? It's not just bad luck. The second season of a TV show often comes with massive pressure. Expectations are high, creative teams might change, and there's a desire to go bigger rather than better. Sometimes shows haven't figured out their characters yet. Other times they're victims of their own early success, rushed into production, or overinflated with ideas that don't work.